This is the Living in Mid-Bloom podcast, lighthearted and heartfelt conversations about what it looks like to live, heal, and blossom in middle age. I'm your host, April Pruitt. Let's get our bloom on. Hey, mid-bloomers. Long time no talk to. Have you missed me? Well, okay, it's only been a month, or it's already been a month since the end of season 1. Are you having a good summer? Are you keeping cool? Because it has been 100 degrees where I live, and all of my activities are inside. So I am very excited about season 2. When I think about season 1, it was like my first day in school. You're trying to make friends, you're trying to understand and learn things. And in my case, it was the hardware and the software, still some issues with that. Building relationships with my guests or with people that are a part of this process. I have an engineer that I work with that helps me edit the episodes. And it's just been eye-opening. And I realized there were so many times when I really was just like terrified, but it was like, oh, well, I never want to say that I didn't try something. I'd hate the thought of thinking, well, I'm too scared, I won't do that. I'd rather just be scared and just try to jump in and see what happens. And I knew it was not about being perfect in this whole process. I figure as long as my heart was right and I was honest, even though fearful, that this is what I want to do. I want to share my journey, and I want to share other people's journeys to make us all stronger, better, more compassionate, more empathetic, and knowing that whatever walk we're walking, it is never alone. And I had said at the beginning of the year that one of my topics would be about my mom and her journey through the healthcare system. But her death was too close, so I wasn't prepared to do that. But I will be on season 2. I'm just glad that I'm ready to share that message. Another change, well, I shouldn't say a change, but there will be men that will also be guests, because I think my message is universal. We all experience stress, loneliness, fears, anxiety. And in middle age, there are so many different things that present themselves to you. Issues with children. And I'm finding that in middle age, a lot of things from early life seem to come into play, or you're ready to recognize that things you experienced as a younger person are affecting your life right now. So I am a part of the baby boomer generation. And I will add that several episodes will touch on the seriousness of mental health. And since the pandemic, how those issues have increased. I'm very fortunate to have some amazing guests that will share their own stories, and also professional people that will share some eye-opening information about dealing with mental health in children and part of the foster care system. So that's my little short teaser. I hope that you continue to tell your friends about this podcast and that, ooh, it's awesome. Don't forget to say nice things on the platform. I'll be back at you really soon. All right, mid-bloomers, take care. Thank you for joining me today on Living in Mid-Bloom. I hope you found this episode insightful, meaningful, and maybe it's given you something to think about. I invite you to share your positive reviews or ideas on topics you would like me to touch on by leaving your comments on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Podchaser, or Podcast Addict. We are all divine beings who just want to be seen, heard, and loved. Have a beautiful day.